And we are live. Evenings, our usual Sunday preps. Got our new buddy that we started using. Can you introduce yourself?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Got our new buddy. Can you introduce yourself?
N-O. No.
You got it. So we're gonna leave you out. So going straight into it, looking at the inverted ES, or that's a minus sign in front of ES H20 / before the E. Also SPY inverted as well, negative in front of SPY or minus in front of SPY. We have the weekly of ES to the left, and we have the daily to the right with SPY. SPY is ES, and ES is SPY as well as SPX. Trading these is what we do and have been focusing on. In regards to SPY levels and ES levels basically are similar. I'm looking more at SPY than anything right now because I actually have futures turned. I have not futures, sorry, extended hours on for SPY. Moves perfectly. Let's get this opened up. Bingo. SPY H2 kind of toppy. My only issue here is just a lot of congestion up here on the H2. We rounded out, came back down, so this is definitely bounce territory, 297.60. And when I say bounce territory, again, we're talking inverted, as this is an inverted chart. So bouncing off of 297 minus 297.60, which is the purple bar. We can hold that and possibly build along the lines there, get a retest above 290, well, below 290, and retest the lows. So far, we're trending nicely. Get rid of this. Actually, yeah, that's another one. Get rid of this. Oops. Clean. Much better. We're going to have a fun week, just like we did last week. Nothing needs to be overthought. As long as you have your levels in place, your level gets violated, you get out the position. Price goes against your position, you got to get out. You want price to work for you. Everything's still intact. Sometimes I'm just amazed of how my levels line up. Everything is like to the T. I wish they can just round these to the nearest quarter. Oh no, actually this is SPY I'm looking at, sorry. So far this looks right. Maybe one more retest at the 30 SMA. Build the base below 300. As long as we build below 300, nothing really matters. The secondary after that would be around 304.86. So last week when we were trading SPY, I was telling everybody I kept adding to puts, and that's when I built that 100 contract position, or was it a 50 contract position? And I was like, it cracked 305 going up, breaking out. It was basically just squeezing from the lows, and it got to 307. That's when I started adding to the puts. And I'm like, 310 is my max add because that's the crucial level. They had to fill the gap there, and they actually did that, which was awesome. I don't know if it was on a 30-minute. Let me check. Forgot what it was. It pulled all the way down, and then it just went right up. You guys don't need to, and if you're focusing, like right now, we're going inside on SPY. I want us to stay below 295.80 or around there. Everything's pretty simple. Nothing to overcomplicate. And start looking for things that focus on a vaccine. Like I didn't even know AIM was gonna take off like that. I would have kept all my comments. And I did say that was a 2-month play. I couldn't make it to the rest of the 2 months. Actually, the end of this month will make 2 months because we got an aim last month. Well, not February, ending of January, I think, or mid-January. I'm looking at Banks. I'm looking at Shaq is still in my focus. Guild is still in my focus. Guild will forever be in focus. I've seen somebody posted an article in newsfeed in regards to the only vaccine that's actually working is the Remy from Guild, Remiv, whatever it's called. I don't care. That's not important. But that right now is most effective. So that definitely look like we can get a gap up there. But you know how Guild can be in the first 30 minutes, can move big up and down. Like the move never happened, and then by end of the day, go back to green. I'm looking at Met too, but if these things are gapping down, they all are short. I was looking at CCL. I'm gonna start just getting into details with a lot of these other ones. Let's clean this chart. It's a daily chart real quick. It's crazy. Took a virus to cause oil cruises to drop drastically. Look at this. Peak that. Let's keep this somewhat like that. It'll work there. This goes under it. I mean, worst case scenario is retest the bottom trend line. There's gonna be some sectors gonna basically bottom us out. I just don't expect there's gonna basically be that's gonna hold. That won't take too much. I was watching Showa SHW, or that was his Shurin.
No means no.
Basically, there's not really much that is there to focus on. Like sticking to trading SPY like we did, we literally didn't do much trades. We did Guild last week. We had freaking 69s and 71 calls. I don't know if you guys knew that. Because we bought from the prior week to that. Still got SPY 298 puts, expiring the 4th. We got SPCE puts, 27 puts. I think it's, 327, 27 puts. Still got the Guild 327s, 75 calls. And we got the 320 SPY 320 puts. Don't forget those. SPY 327. No, it was SPY 3. No, it was SPY 327. Yes, and we got the SPY SPY 320 320s. Yep. Double check. There's always room for new trades, new positions. I always feel it's best to add new positions after you already cut at least more than half of an old position. These weekly gap downs are just crazy. This might be an inside week for CCL, but I got to see more long term for this one. There's got to be some crazy demand somewhere that I'm missing. But if it's going to move like this, it's actually at a key level too. Let me check something out. These are going to be those stocks that you're going to buy long term. Like Leaps. Like I haven't even looked at Leaps since this whole pullback because I wanted to make sure the pullback is true. See where we at with this. Nah. Try this. Feel it. Oh, we'll never see again. Crazy. Freaking Head and Shoulders. Neckline was red bar. This is nutty. I just feel like more pain. The smartest thing to do would be buying 40 calls at least 3 to 6 months out and just sit on them. But we need another gap down. I want at least 20, 28, 28 and start buying at least every 2 weeks, $2 out from the current price until it bottoms out. This can be a crazy play. Because then it's going to have to vacuum fill this gap at 41. So taking some calls for the 40s is going to be nice. I'm actually going to check right now. Looking at just October in itself, 40 calls at 260. Imagine getting those for near $1. 45 calls for October are not bad either. The stock was almost at 55 going into the new year, and then they do this. And then they got the 14, but the close below the 30. Definitely remains bearish. And this is where everything started here. Broke down below. Same with this one. Rejection. Also monthly, you have to look at that as well. Quarterly is also good to look at. As we go into March, it's time to look at the quarterly candles. So focusing on the quarterly and weeklies. This is a pretty structured chart right now. So much rejection on the monthly 30 SMA. And then when it bottoms, it's going to be epic. As time to decline, took some while. Bounced up to the 14, came down. Well, it was actually 30 here, came back down, and then took off. Trying to see if there's a pattern. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I know you guys are wondering what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find, I know there's a channel here that's happening. So we might need to start going along CCL with at least 3 months minimum. No more than 3 months. I mean, no less than 3 months. Just clean this up as best as possible. Yep, 20 to 55, that's correct. And if this is the buy the dip, this would be a buy the dip. This definitely would be, you can even do 2 years of lead. You can go, I don't even, let me see how far it goes. January 21st, 2022. I'd buy the 55 calls. Jesus Christ. I'm probably going to take 100 of these and sit on them. You guys like that? January 21st, 22nd, which is basically the January 22nd, 2021, 55 calls. We would literally, never mind. I was gonna say we would literally be buying the bottom on these. Formed the hammer last week at 105. If these can dip under $1, I am taking 800 of them. Hand over fist. These channels have been basically accurate, and this is at the bottom of the channel. This is a multi. Whew, look at that. And after it bounces and holds that level, it can stay down here for a while. But if we can get the next 2 weeks to stay above 28.76, it's going to be epic. By 2021, on this bounce, it's 2020, 21 will be here. No, actually, it'll be right here. I'm sorry. Yep. See how much damage this quarterly can take. Because if this is going to be one of those, wow. I know you guys are salivating over this because I'm salivating over this. Now I'm looking at long terms. But this is my concern. If we did break this channel on a downside, next level, I was even looking at the 25 puts for this week, which is weird. I don't know why. But my only concern is this drop. Wish I can hide that. But see if I can show you guys what I'm looking at right now. So this was peak. And then we bottomed here. So we got 25, 26, 27, 4 years and then bottomed. And then 2 years later, it's almost basically back at highs. So this one was half though. This was bottomed here. Well, created like a mini inverted head and shoulders. Still bottomed off of this level here. It's coefficient. Now it's doing it again, but it already did the drop. So inside, 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 inside. Still on this line, and then goes up. And then we have another drop. Question is, this is a steep one, so it shouldn't last that long. We should get 2 more. This is a monthly. We should get 2 more candles inside this candle before we get back up. It's gonna be interesting. See if it's similar to any of these. This could be either this. And then take off. I don't know. It just, the pattern. I don't know if you guys see that, like what I'm seeing. But I like this. So I'm definitely gonna start looking at CCL for long term. Even a 5-point move would be sick. It already lost how much? Hold on. Just this last quarter. This is quarter. It's down freaking 21 points. It's nasty. All the bad stuff. It's gonna start dying down. Let's see what happens. 14 should cross below the 30 SMA by the third quarter. So I like that CCL. We'll go over Apple as well. Like again, I tell you guys, it's best to the less tickers, the better. We focus on SPY. SPY is ETF. Um, like Apple, we can focus on that ticker. Um, FCX, I'm still watching it. It moves interesting. If you can get it, like it moves really good. You can make some easy all day profit on that stock with the options. Okay. I like everything inverted. It just looks better. Like look at this quarterly. Like they have to bring this down all the way to the 14 SMA. Apple hasn't touched the 30 SMA in years. That's what's scary. You guys got to be worried about that. For those that have long in Apple, whew, let's hope that everything starts this month. We touched the 30 SMA by the third quarter. 30 SMA is showing 138.33, but that doesn't mean that's where it's going to be at. It's going to go to the next heaviest support, which is going to be this gray bar. So if price did drop down 170-ish. That's going to be an amazing ad. They can make it happen quick. That would be sick. I was thinking this is going to be the quarter for Apple coming all the way down. Right now we're trading at 270. So why we could lose 40 points? It's definitely possible. This range right here was 100 and what is it? Nope, sorry, 86 points. Okay, so we got 10 more points we can lose for the quarter for Apple, unless this would be a bigger drop. This was a big move here, 78.84, but this was the biggest red candle. 230 puts would be nice for March. Gotta see how pricey those are. March 27th. Let's check them out. We add that. Let's look at Apple. They got to bring that down to that 14 SMA. So the 230s for March. Ooh, I mean, the spread sucks on the 230s right now, how it closed, but the 225s has a decent spread. And look at that. Damn it. Somebody's already eyeing those. 1,305 in volume. The low on the weekly of those was 41 cents. I still like this one. I might go inside so we get a little bit cheaper. So I'm looking at those 230s like a hawk. Probably take two of them. I should just do like in my E-Trade this week, should have two E-Trade accounts. I'm thinking about doing short-term option account and long-term option account. You guys let me know what you think about that. But we definitely have to retest this 14 SMA. I want this candle to literally engulf previous candle. The ending yearly, the ending quarterly of 2019. This is the range I wanted. But I don't think they'll do that. That would be sick if they engulfed it. But if we did something like a duplicate, actually remove. Let's duplicate. Rectangle, pop you over here. So you're gonna go inside and you're gonna 240s. Why not? Yep. March 27, 240s. Even 10 cents away from $10 away from it's still good. $5 away from it's still good. Still gonna get good premium pop. Nasty. Just looking at it. I don't like this candle here. I don't like it at all. This is not the first time Apple actually did a gap down too, and then continued further down after hitting a peak. Did it over here, similarly over here as well, but in a smaller range. So like I said, this box is actually mimicking the top of this box. So let's do this. I want this to be literally same. Okay, perfect. Has to be a quarterly. Can't start. So this is the quarterly range. It's weekly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So by February, March, April. This is April. No, we went 327. We should be down here. So 327 for us, for our thing should be, ooh, it might come quick. That's the easy double. And this is a weekly on Apple too. I know you guys like this because I love it. Retest that 261. Wherever Apple is at, depending on how we open on a weekly, wherever Apple is at, we're gonna be short or long, depending on where it opens up at. If it gaps up, we're gonna be short. If it gaps down, we're gonna be long. Because we're gonna have to get a vacuum soon to the 14 SMA just to reject it. So we're gonna probably get a gap up, no, a gap down. If we do get a gap down, I would buy the 288 calls for Apple just to hit this red bar one more time. I mean this purple bar, I'm sorry. Test that and then come back down. That's what I would like to see. So depending on what ES is going to do, oh, this is going to be a nice short again. Just a reshort. We're going to go long and then we're going to switch. See what, when we go long, we're going to go long. And then when it touches 289, we're not going to sell and then buy calls. We're going to go long. Once it gets to near 288, 290, no, sorry, 288, 289, sorry. We're going to roll into puts. I'm like, the reason I'm using ES too, because if ES is red, -/ ESH20. It's gonna be nice. Let's get rid of this. I hate this open interest line crap. Always shows up on the chart. Bring it over. Let's get that ES visual. I don't even care if we go inside, but actually we are already inside. It's inside the whole, inside the range of last week. Just want to retest of this 3002. So like 290. Take some 290 calls for Apple. Wonder what they're gonna be. It's gonna be nice. The daily. Leaps around 215. Which one? Which ones are we talking about? To go. Yeah, longs. Leaps. It's gonna be 40 points. Easily. That pink bar could definitely touch. You guys are gonna make a freaking killing. I'm just gonna be watching and trading too. Who am I? This is gonna be beautiful. I'm telling y'all now. Look at this chart. We just got to play careful throughout this whole thing. It definitely wants to come back down. So this 14 SMA, I need this 14 SMA to come at least around 30, 35, 75. 14 and 30 up there. So when that happens, if I drew a line, a trend line just to follow the 14 and 30, it would be something like that. So by the 23rd, should be over here. I want to see us bounce off of this. I'm gonna leave this trend line here because they actually work pretty well. Just looking at this, and it's just this Apple visual right here is what has me like in heaven. Let me see if I can get us to the T of these fibs. Let me do that real quick. Remove. I want a clean one. See if weekly's best. Because I want that top to the T. Just look at this. Like Apple could be down here. 228 easily. Breaks that below there. We got around 211. Unless they get that demand around two, it's like around 215-ish. Dang. This could be crazy. Last time Apple was under the 14 and 30. Had that decline. So by here should be the 14 and 30 should be crossing. I got to get us a clean fib. There we go. You guys know I love going live with you guys. Here we go. Can use, so this is a previous breakout. We tested. So I want to come down from here. No, I think I'm getting closer. It's one of these over here. Nope. There's a bigger range. You guys are gonna see how I like work with my fibs. I like to get it to the T. All right, this is a big range. Close. This was a close one. If this happens, we get 218. Yeah, this is looking like 218. This is looking like that steep drop. This one is not to the T. Let's try this one. Crazy. All right. You guys probably see what I did there. So now 258.82. Crazy bounce off of that. About a week or two, then we reject 258.82, meaning rejected. We can close, we can go under it, and then we can close above it. And then the third week, we want to close below it, where it becomes a full rejection. I know y'all loving this because I'm loving this setup big time. Big time. Here we go. So we're going to focus on Apple, SPY, CCL, Shack, Guild. I don't need to go over those. Those levels have not changed. But look at these fibs. Tell me that's not nutty. And then we go for the next one. I can do, this is me doing retracements. I do a retracement all the way down to here. And it still will line up with the fibs above. It would be here. Jesus. We got to get that close below the 14, and below the 30 on the weekly. The accuracy behind every single level. We definitely, those 230s are going to be a sexy short. Honestly, I want to do the week before March 27th. What's that one? Apple, 230 puts, 240, 230 puts, 235, 240 puts. Let's look at those. The week before the 27th. Yeah, that's what we want to get into. I'm definitely back. All right. So March. Here we go. I like those 230s for the 27th. Those are a safe bet. But the 20s, now they're expensive as well. Damn, look at the volume is hot on the 230s. Somebody's anticipating a drop, not this week, next week. Smart. Damn. Just a 20-point drop would be sick. Just to get into that 258. I like the 230s for March 13th as well. Two 30s for this week would be intense, but that's basically going to be going inside. Just got to see how they open us. Oh, we're gonna be in a zone this week. You guys are gonna basically master the art of rolling. Rolling works better when it's basically both sides because we're gonna be, even though we're short, we want to buy calls on the bounce, and then we want to reshort by rolling into puts. Sometimes rolling into calls is when you get like a multi-week breakout, like or multi-day breakout where it's like 4 days in a row. Like you buy 20 calls on a position and you're in the money, so you roll out to 22 calls and now those are in the money, and then you roll out to the 23 calls and those are in the money, like that. That's only when it's good to roll. That's why I always said buy time, because we didn't know where the market was heading. Now we have an idea. So with that being said, it's going to be long calls, roll into puts, then roll into calls. But it's going to be a lot of scalping. And like I said on Twitter, this is why bears hibernate, because moves like these, drops like these, they can make a life. They can pay for 5 to 10 years of not trading just because of that. They're sitting on like fat cash. So that's going to be the game plan. Apple, SPY, CCL, Shakitaki, Guild with COVID-19, AIM, Commons. Wonder if anybody's still holding on the team. We had got those under $1. It was so crazy. Then they got down to like 70 cents.